Hello, Elly here from Thankful Flow Yoga. Thank you so much for joining me on YouTube for another practice. Please do click the subscribe button to this channel. It is completely free, but it just helps to support me to offer this free yoga resource. Today we are doing another kind of power Vinyasa style flow, so we'll be kind of stretching into the hip space a bit today, thinking about our second chakra, Svadhisthana. So please do have any blocks or props that you might need for your practice. I don't know why I went over there, my blocks are over there. So grab anything that you need to hand, and then we're going to come into a kneeling position on your mat. So starting with grounding into the class, just bring the hands to the thighs, palms facing down, and I want you to close the eyes or take a steady gaze out in front. Start to notice your breath, your body, observing any thoughts passing through the thinking mind. Perhaps setting an intention for this practice today. Relax the neck and the shoulders. And when you're ready, we'll open the eyes back up, ready to start our practice. Inhale, reach the fingertips up to the sky, lift up and out from the waist. As you exhale, you're going to float this right arm out behind, left arm comes out in front. So coming into a little twist here, gaze comes out behind. Inhale, reach the arms back up to center. Exhale, come over to the other side. Inhale, come back up to center. Exhale, hands come through to heart center and Jali Mudra. Coming now into a modified Vashisthasana position. So this left leg's down and bent and the right leg's lengthened. And we're reaching this right arm up and over towards the right ear. Feeling that stretch into the right side body. Now lift that right leg away from the mat. So this is almost like a modified half moon position. Inhale here. As you exhale, draw the elbow to knee. Inhale, reach it back out. Exhale, draw them back in. Last one. Inhale, reaching out. Exhale, drawing in and releasing with control. Float the hand and the leg back to tabletop position. We'll move on to the other side. So opening out onto the right hand down, right leg grounded, left leg lengthened. Sweep the left arm up towards that left ear, finding that lovely stretch into the left side body here. Finding your breath. Now lift that left leg away from the mat. Inhale here. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, reach it back out. Feeling into those glutes. Exhale, draw it in. Inhale, back out. Last one. Draw it in. Reach it back out. With control, come back to your tabletop position. Tuck your toes under. Exhale, hips come to the sky. Downward facing dog. So getting straight into it today. So finding your breath in your downward facing dog. Lifting the hips to the sky. Growing the spine long. Inhale, step the feet in towards the hands. Lift the chest, lengthen the spine, find a little halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep the fingertips up to the sky, grow the spine tall. Exhale, hands through to heart center. Surya Namaskar A. Inhale, reach the fingertips up to the sky. Exhale, float into that forward fold. Bend the legs as much as you need to. Inhale, lift the chest, lengthen the spine, halfway lift. Exhale, hands come down to the mat, step or jump back to plank. Come through your chaturanga, so inhaling either into an upward facing dog or cobra. Exhaling back to a downward facing dog. Sending your awareness and your gaze inwards, checking in with the body. Inhale, gaze comes between the hands, step or jump the feet in, lift the chest, lengthen the spine, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep the fingertips up to the sky. Exhale, hands come through to heart center. Inhale, sit the hips back, find your Utkatasana. Exhale, forward fold. So Surya Namaskar B now. Inhale, lift the chest, lengthen the spine. Halfway lift. Exhale, bring the hands down to the mat, step or jump back and flow through your chaturanga. Inhaling, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, we're going to sweep this right foot through between the hands. Reach the fingertips up to the sky, lifting up and out from the waist. Inhale here. As you exhale, come into a twist. So the right arm's coming out behind, left arm's out in front. And then we're going to come into this revolved kind of high lunge position. So my right hand's finding the back of the left thigh, left arm's reaching up to the sky. If this is too strong, you can always take that right hand to the hip instead. So always listening to the body, never forcing anything. Breathing here. Now we're going to float the arms around, bring them to heart center, power into your right leg, find your warrior three. Breathing here. Pressing that left foot into that wall behind, or imagining that you're pressing it into a wall. You might actually be pressing it into a wall, who knows? We are practicing at home, so anything's possible. Now softening through that leg, step the legs back and find a downward facing dog. Then we're going to sweep this right knee through, bring your right knee to tap the right elbow, and then come into your fallen triangle. So the outside edge of the right foot comes down to the mat and we open up into our fallen triangle. Breathing here. And then releasing both hands back down, step the right foot back and Vinyasa. Inhaling, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhaling back to your downward facing dog. Taking a breath. This time we step the left foot through between the hands. Sweep the fingertips up to the sky, find that high lunge. Inhaling here, making space. Exhale, right hand comes out in front, left hand comes out behind. And we flow into our revolved high lunge. Staying with the breath. Unraveling, bringing the hands to heart center, power into this left leg. Find your warrior three. No worries if you added in a little step or two, that's okay. Take what you need from this practice. Take what you need today, knowing that that's different from what you'll need tomorrow or next week or on any other day. Being in the now, taking a child's pose anytime that you need to. Now bring the hands back down to the mat, step back, wave the hips to the sky for a downward facing dog, and then leg to the right elbow, and then come into our fallen triangle on this side. So outside of the left foot's coming down to the mat or to the ground, right hand's reaching up and over. Breathing here. And float that right hand back down to the mat. Step the left foot back and work through your chaturanga. Inhaling, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhaling back to your downward facing dog. Well done. Keep lifting those hips to the sky, growing the spine long. From here, this time we're going to sweep this right leg through, step the right foot through between the hands, left hand stays grounded. We're going to lift this right arm up and around and pivot onto, again, the outside edge of this right foot, finding a revolved Skandasana. Breathing here. Now, a little bit of a dynamic transition. We're going to engage through the core. So see how I've actually lifted up here from being sat in my revolved Skandasana. So this is all really switched on, lifting up and out through this left shoulder. See if you can step this right leg around and find your high plank. Nice. Float the right hand back down to the mat, so coming back to plank. And we're gonna come through another little vinyasa. Inhaling, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhaling back to downward facing dog. Now, same again, but on the other side. So the left foot comes through, steps through between the hands, right foot's grounded. Float the left arm up and around, find your revolved Skandasana. Pausing here, feeling that lovely stretch into this left IT band. Finding your breath, finding your fluidity. And then lifting, so find the strength through the core, lift up and out through that right shoulder, then stepping that left leg back, finding your plank position. Breathing here, modify if you need to. And come back to your plank and vinyasa. Inhaling, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhaling back to downward facing dog. Taking a little pedal out through the legs here. Maybe feeling into the hip space a little bit too. Inhale, gaze comes between the hands. Step or jump the feet in. Lift the chest, lengthen the spine, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, Utkatasana, sit those hips back down for our chair pose. And release, well done. Feeling that energy within the body now. So I need to bring your feet so that they're slightly further than hip width apart. Hands at heart center. Inhale, as you exhale, bend through the legs, float down, find your malasana, our yogic squat. See if you can take a little bit of movement in your malasana from side to side. If you need blocks or props, then please do take them. And then finding some stillness here, really keeping that space across the chest, crown of the head reaching up towards the ceiling, opening deep into that hip space. And when we think about this second chakra in this hips and sacrum area, this energy center is all about our creativity. It's also connected to our emotions, our feelings, and it's the water element. So moving fluidly through life, moving fluidly with the body like water. Now pop the hips down to the mat, and we're going to take our half lord of the fish. So you can start with the legs out in front and then bend your right leg in and step your right leg over to the outside of that left thigh. You could always work here, or you're going to then bend the underneath left leg. Right hand comes out behind. Inhale, sweep the left fingertips up to the sky, lift up and out from the waist. Exhale, twist to the right. Left arm's hugging that right leg, sending the gaze over the right shoulder. And as you inhale, keep making space in the body. And as you exhale, surrendering, letting go, letting your body melt into the twist. Slowly releasing, coming back to center, unraveling the legs, coming to the other side. So stepping that left foot to the outside of the right thigh. You could work here and take the twist here, or you're bending that underneath leg as well. Just always be mindful of the knee joint. If your knee joint doesn't feel right, then don't do it. So left hand comes out behind. Inhale, sweep the right fingertips up to the sky, lift the ribs away from the hips. Exhale, twist to the left this time. So you can take the hug or you can take the hook, depending on what feels right for you. Then you start to breathe into this space. One more breath here. And unravel, coming back to center. Take a couple of shoulder rolls. Find a comfortable seated position on your mat. And we'll close down the eyes or take a steady gaze to close off this short and sweet practice. As always, if you have longer to take a longer shavasana, meditation, do some more stretching, then I would definitely recommend that. So taking a couple of grounding breaths to finish off as you inhale. Just imagine that you're drawing energy up from the ground, up from the base of the spine, all the way up to the heart. And then on your exhale, you're releasing that energy back down the body, reaching down to the ground. So slow breaths. Inhale, drawing the energy into the body, up to the heart. Exhale, ground your energy back down to the earth. Really nice way to slow the breath down. Come into that parasympathetic nervous system where all the healing takes place within the body. Opening the eyes back up when you're ready. As always, taking a little bit of time if you can after your practice. Make sure that you rehydrate. And just thank you so much for being here and supporting this channel. I'm really keen to hear from you, so let me know how you're getting on with the flows. If you have any requests, links below to the other things that I offer. And yeah, I can't wait to see you again very soon. Bye.